The very first time in Queen Anne's County, a drug dealer was convicted and sentenced for involuntary manslaughter.
It was a harsh sentence. It was handed down, and the victim's family hopes that this is going to send a message to others. ABC 2's Don Harrison has a story of two families that suffered a loss today.
The courthouse in Centerville is protected by this large Dutch elm. Inside the courthouse, we learned a story. A sad story for those involved. A story about $40. A mere $40 that destroyed two Eastern Shore families. One loses a son forever to heroin, and another loses a son to the prison system for more than a dozen years. On the night of November 3rd, 2016, Nathan Johnson came to Graysonville to sell $40 worth of heroin to his best friend, Brandon Rowe. Johnson knew Rowe was a recovering addict. Johnson struggled with heroin as well, yet Johnson was still there to provide the drug that killed his best friend. That $40 transaction brought these two families to court today.
Just another flashback, remembering everything that went on the night Brandon died.
Brandon's mother, Chris Jones, held her son that November night and got to see firsthand what $40 worth of heroin could do.
That $40, that one split-second decision to sell that drug didn't just affect Brandon and Nathan. It affected two families for the rest of our lives.
We'd already thought it was a little...
Christine Dula Rickard and Jennifer Dowd were prosecuting this case. Like many cases, it didn't go smoothly. There was a minor procedural hearing scheduled one day, but Nathan Johnson could not make it that day. He did have an excuse, though.
That he was burglarizing a home here in Queen Anne's County, down here in Centerville.
That burglary conviction was a part of this sentencing hearing. In all, Judge Broughton Ernest sentenced Johnson to 14 years in jail, a severe sentence that was not lost on Jones.
I'll never get over the death of my son, and now they have to deal with their son going to prison.
This is the first involuntary manslaughter conviction in Queen Anne's County for a drug dealer. Rickard agrees with the judge's decision of 14 years in jail.
He made a very clear statement that that sentence is for every other drug dealer that's in Queen Anne's County. It's to protect the community. You're not going to get away with it here.
So these two families connected by this horrible tragedy will continue on, as well with this grand Dutch elm in front of this historic courthouse, revealing even more stories. Stories that Miss Jones hopes no other family will go through like theirs. In Centerville, Don Harrison, ABC 2 News.